Hey guys, Shannon here with Remax Services for our weekly real estate discussion. Last week we talked about putting an offer in. This week we are here to talk about home inspections. We are now under contract, so it is time to get our home inspections done. Today I will be touching on the three most common that you see in residential home sales, which is the general home inspection, pest and termite, and radon. But before I dive into the details of that, I did want to go over the timeline of the inspection period because once you're under contract, it is a pretty quick 2-week process. So how it works is otherwise, unless you write it in, the agreement says that you have 10 days from the day you get under contract to have your home inspection done and know what you're asking for. You have 5 days from there to negotiate the terms, and then you have 2 days from there if you do not come to terms to decide if you want to terminate the contract or move forward. So let's dive in. So the first inspection that I want to touch on is the pest and termite. So what we will do is we will hire an inspector. They will come through and look for any evidence of any little mice or critters, any type of wood destroying bug or other type of infestation, and they will write it up. So how it'll work is we will receive either a clean inspection report, which we don't have to worry about, or we will get a report of a write-up of everything they found. Once we see that, we would call companies and get quotes on what it would cost to remediate those problems, and we would factor that into what we would ask for in the reply to inspection. The next inspection I want to talk about is the radon inspection. Radon is a tasteless, odorless gas that is poisonous. So for obvious reasons, we want to have an inspection done on this. How radon works is the inspector will come in, they will put a device in the home that over the next 3 days will test the air and radon levels. Once that is completed, we will receive a report, and it is a number system. If your number is under a certain number, you have no radon issue. If it is over that number, there is a radon issue in the home and remediation generally needs to be done. How that works is it is a fanning system that they put in, and anytime the system detects the radon, it automatically kicks on and starts to remediate that for you. The last inspection I want to talk about is the general home inspection, which to me is the most important of all of them. We always ask our buyers to be present for this because the inspector will walk through with you and go over the property in its entirety. You get to see everything they're seeing. If you have any questions, they will stop and answer them for you. And it's a really good learning experience for the buyers. Now, the inspector goes through and they check every little nook and cranny in the house. They check everything from the wobbly railing and the broken doorbell to big things like a heater system being broken or leaks in the roof and everything in between. Now, they will send us an inspection report going over all the details of the property with any pictures of damage they've seen, and that generally gets sent over within 24 hours of getting the inspections done. Okay, so now that the inspections are done, all reports are in, we have quotes for all the work that we plan on getting done, we know we're renegotiating the terms, we are ready to contact the sellers. Now you can either ask for a credit for the things you want done, or you can ask for them to fix the items. I always ask for a credit if I can. I think it's beneficial to have my own contractors do the work, but it's just a personal preference. But we will get what we want over to them within the 10 days as designated on the agreement of sale. From that point, we have 5 days to negotiate those terms with them, where one of two things will happen. We will either come to an agreement or we won't. If we come to an agreement, we will put together a reply to inspection or a change in term stock. It will go over everything you and the seller agree upon, since it does change the terms of the original agreement. And if we don't come to terms, then from there, we have 2 days to decide how we want to go about it as buyers. Do you want to take your earnest money deposit and terminate the contract and walk away? Or would you like to continue forward under the original terms of the contract? So that is everything I have to go over about home inspection. Sorry, I know this was a rather lengthy video. I just thought there was a lot to go over and things I wanted to touch on specifically. But thank you so much for taking the time to listen today. Next week, we'll be going over applying for your mortgage. Again, if you have any questions in the meantime, please feel free to call, text, email, message. I always get back to everyone. Thanks so much. I'll see everybody next week. Bye.